We started the channel on Cakewalk, which was a Catalina 42.
Love that boat. Still kind of miss her. But that was back in the days when we weren't living on a boat. And do you remember we actually had jobs and a house?
And now we have Isabella.
And that's all we have because we sold our house, we quit our jobs, and here we are. And gotta say, no regrets.
Well, hello there, hot and sweaty.
I am. How about you?
Yeah, I am too.
Didn't know a big rain was coming.
Why are we looking at this? Because yesterday we must have had 8 inches of rain and it started dripping out of this ceiling hatch onto our cushions. I'm a firm believer that boats should not leak when it rains, so trace down the source of the leak. Trace the leaks to the cockpit area, which I had previously caulked. Thought the leaks were gone. However, turns out it was leaking this Garmin antenna where it connects to the deck. This is where the dark spots where the bracket for the Garmin goes. They had some kind of wood piece here. I think it was glued down with 5200 or something. Had to break up to get off and do some sanding. So I decided to rebed everything. The reason is the bimini's developed a leak like right here. So in a hard rain like we had yesterday, water builds up in here. And it gets deep enough, it was leaking through however this Garmin antenna was mounted. I'm going to remount everything. Working on getting this piece off. These are the Garmin cables, the N2K and the Garmin network and power. They go to our 12-inch Garmin chart plotter. Pretty much got it off. Just going to probably sand the wood under it. Well, I believe this Garmin antenna had been not completely sealed on this teak here for some time. So it ended up, there was a little bit of dry rot that I used an epoxy to fill. It's going to be under the antenna anyway. I had to drill some new holes and of course mast it off and getting ready to bed it with some life seal. All nicely bedded with life seal, and I even ended up putting some, even though it's a stainless base, somebody had painted part of it, but I was worried the weld would leak, so I've caulked the weld of the stem to the base. Of course I still need to fix this connector, clam wire, something, I forget what they call it, where you can pass cable through a solid fiberglass or wood without it leaking. That's next.
It's called a cable clam.
I like steam clams.
My fave. Well, that and sucking on lobster legs.
Baby, I've seen you do that. You can really suck.
Yeah, I get the meat.
All right, putting on a gasket. These are the Garmin cables.
I sure am glad Steve can figure out how to do all these things. Feel very lucky. Watching him work actually turns me on. When he said bedding, my mind raced somewhere else.
It's all nice and clean. There we go. It's fixed. Starting to put the wire clam on. Drilled 4 holes in the rubber inset, and now I have to make slits in it so I can slip the cables on. Alrighty. Let's see if this is the tricks to do it without cutting your finger off. A sharp blade is your friend.
Sometimes.
There you go.
Lovely.
It's ready for cables. I've got my John Lennon glasses on. Got the first cable through. They're now, all 4 of them are through the rubber gizmo. The rubber gasket and the base are now installed. I actually used some silicone grease under this rubber gasket just to make sure it's waterproof. The other piece that compresses that rubber stopper is installed, ready for the finish stainless. It's beautiful. Now I want to get you all wet.
So it can drip, baby?
I like it when it's wet.
I know you did.
So now I need to install the Garmin bracket, and you can see it's dark in there because it was just pressed right against it, and you know, water would get in there and kind of stain it. So I'm going to use some set-offs, spacers. The bracket's installed with nylon spacers. Got a little bit of space underneath it, so when it gets wet, water can escape.
Speaking of water, our dinghy is so hard to pull up. We're going to change the pulleys for the davits.
Here's a nice, what's it called? Placemat for our table. But wait, what's going on? Looks like a couple of pulleys. Our davits for the dinghy have a 5-to-1 purchase, and we're going to go with the 7-to-1 purchase and see if we can make it a little bit easier to pull our dinghy up. The one at the bottom, triple pulley at the bottom, has a becket on it. Right now each davit has a double pulley and about 50 feet of line. So West Marine had a sale, New England rope, stay set, and went and bought 170 feet of it just to have a bunch of extra left over. So we're going to reeve, as they say, these 2 triple pulleys. Should make pulling up the dinghy much easier. Turn the pulleys 90 degrees to each other, and this is our new 3/8 inch, and going to run it through the middle pulley on the becket side. I'm going to pull through enough so I can adjust these easily. Then from there, we go through this outside one. Let me find the end here. Like this, outside here. Pull it through. Just twisting up a little bit. And pass this through this top pulley here. Pass this through the other outside one here. bring these pulleys a little bit closer to each other. So now this one is going to go through the bottom of this. Let's see, there we go. And we're going to pass this through the bottom of the middle here. Maybe. There we go. And then this goes to the Beckett, ties off. So we're going to do like a Beckett knot on here. Pass the ropes pass through the Beckett. And I don't know if I have too much here. You just go over, wrap it around, go over again, and back through here. And then it's kind of a cinching type knot, so you can pull it tight. Might not be able to see all that. And just pull it down on the. Here's the big test. Wow, this is so easy. Looks like Karen's bringing up our new pulley system. Here's our twisted up davit line. One thing, somebody put a pulley on it with no swivel. It's fixed. This is what we're replacing. Hello down there.
Hello up there.
Thanks for bailing the water. I'm gonna cut one, baby.
Thanks for the warning.
There we go. I love this cutter. Just saying. I'll just duct tape the cut line onto the new line and going to pull it through.
Ready?
Yep. Pull away. Look at that.
Dang, I feel so strong. It's like an orgasm.
She can just pull it up without the winch.
Wow.
You go, girl.
What a great way to end the day. A beautiful sunset and easy to pull davit lines. Y'all know Steve has a toilet obsession. Well, is he developing a shower door obsession?
We like the plexiglass shower door so much on the forward shower stall, we put one on the aft shower stall.
And now it's my turn to strip.
Yes, Karen's gonna strip it naked. You go, baby. Got the trusty Wusthof knife and going to cut some pork. And we're going to marinate it and have kind of little, I don't know what they're called. I think some of these recipes put them on skewers.
It's going to be some good eating.
I'm just going to eat it raw.
Okay, that's kind of gross. Especially since it's pork.
I know. I don't mind all those parasites. They may detoxify. I'm mincing garlic. Kind of. I don't have a mincer. Do they have a mincer? I think it's good enough.
Looks perfect.
There we go. A little minced garlic. Here's our sauce. Soy sauce, lemon juice, honey, and garlic. Simple marinade. It's our bag of meat and our special marinade. There we go. Now, we're going to do the macarena with it to mix it up. As soon as I close this complex bag. Hey, macarena. Look at that.
Yum.
It's beautiful.
All right, stick that baby in the fridge.
All right. Time for some wine. We'll marinate this for a little while. I don't know, an hour? Here's the meat all cooked up. We cooked it at about 425 and it is ready to eat. And we also cut up and roasted some veggies. These are like skewerless kebabs. It was a feast.